Hi guys, it's White Witch 110 here. How has everyone been? I'm not saying that I'm totally back. I'm still off for the next 3 days. I have enjoyed my time at home. I still wake up when hubby wakes up. Let me move this back a bit. Yeah, I still wake up when he wakes up. But I usually go back to sleep after he leaves. I don't stay up. So I actually don't miss getting up and going. I miss the people. That's why last week I did go in to say hi, to let everybody see me, because they were missing me and I was missing them. It's a big family, let's put it that way. Hubby's been filling me in on stuff that's going on at work, and I'm very thankful that I'm home because I don't think my mouth would stay shut. That's putting it the polite way. But anyways, so while I've been off, I've been having a lot of YouTube on. I just make the playlist and let it go. I pick whatever's there that's new, and then once that's done, I'll just pick a channel, go to their playlists, find one that has the most videos, and let that go. So I do that during the day, and then I'll fall asleep, of course. And then that also is overnight as well. I do that. So, a little bit of discomfort today, actually. No, Tammy, I didn't tell you this. When I took the garbage out, the garbage was as a weight that I'm allowed to. But I think it was when I turned to come out of the chute room, or closet, or whatever you want to call it, I think I just moved away that my innards didn't appreciate. So just a tiny bit sore right now. I've been taking, I don't know if you have this down, Advil gel liquid gels, or I've been taking the Tylenol. Those two seem to be handling my discomfort very well. But I've been sticking with the Advil, actually, instead of the Tylenol. Yeah, so while I've been watching these videos, I have been inspired by some of them to write stories. And so far, as of last night, I have 6 stories done. Hubby gave me one of his notebooks that he hadn't used, and that's what I've put all but one of them. One of them I did put on just this. I love this yellow, canary yellow paper. I was gonna write it in the book. I started to, and I was like, no, I don't want to. So I didn't. What else have I been doing? I've been reading. I've been working on diamond painting. Actually, 2 of them. One of them, the tiger still hasn't been finished. The owl's finished. The next one is a Christmas tree. I was just pulling them out of the pile I have. I stopped that one when I received the diamond painting I want to do for one of the women at work. So now I've been working on that. And I've been reading, let's see, which way does it go? A Sorceress Comes to Call. This was a book gifted to me by one of the ladies there. I'm surprised at how far I am in it. Let me see. But once I start feeling tired and wanting to sleep, I stop. But it really is a good book. Really is a good book. I also received a field guide to demons that Taryn S. from, oh my God, House of Witchcraft suggested is a good read. So I've got that. I got so many books I started. But that one I'll read once I finish this one. I think that's all. I don't know. Anyways, so it's just everything going on around. What is this gray? In the viewfinder, this is gray, the moon. But on the postcard, it's actually a green. I just noticed that now, and I've used this one before. Okay. Anyways. So, the one I'm going to read you is the one that I finished last night. The place that I used to inspire me is a place I originally seen on, I don't know if this person still has a channel, but it was Rocky Mountain Hiker. He had gone to Elkmont, which I believe from going back to his video that it was a vacation place for government employees back in the day. And then it closed, but the cottages remained there, fell into disrepair. I cannot remember if it was the parks or whom it was that decided to renovate and fix up the places. Midnight Soul 13, Tammy, her son, did a video there a while back, and that's South Cax. And seeing it and seeing the he was there in the evening, but seeing the condition, the inside of some of the places, I was so happy to see that they actually continued from when I last seen video to fix the places up. If we had a place like that up here, in an instant, I would want to go. I would even want to buy one of the cottages. It looks to me like they've re-enameled or cleaned up the kitchen, original kitchen sinks, and the tub and the sinks in the bathroom. Probably the toilets too, I'm not sure. But it just did my heart good. And to see that even the brick fireplaces had been painted over, amazing. So anyways, that's where my inspiration came from. So it's called Country Cottage. Along the same country road into a small clearing, this is where we parked the car. We made our way on foot as we had before. The woods weren't much thicker than then. Our excitement could not be contained. How much had our favorite place on earth changed? Renovation of the old cottages had begun years before our first visit. Things were moving slowly then. Decay had brought a couple of buildings down. Would our cottage still be there? We couldn't recall our experience, but that sweet country neighborhood called to us once more. We had passed through our memories once in a while. Its charming 50s style enchanted us. It was dusk, as it had been those years ago. We walked along the overgrown path until we emerged. Down the middle of the road, glancing from one side to the other. There was no time to admire the interiors. We were on the hunt. The outside of each cottage looked so much better. The love for this history was evident. Then there it was, halfway along the road. We took each other's hand. Jack led the way. My excitement was overwhelming. I thought I'd faint. We heard it together. The patrol car entering the gate. Quickly, we ducked inside to the back of the building. Our breathing labored, though quiet. Had he seen us? We listened to the car door slam and the unmistakable sound of footsteps. They didn't appear to be moving close to us. We were thankful. It felt like hours before we heard the car drive off. We had been warned about security, but no idea as to how often they checked. It was a chance we were willing to take. We loved this cottage. Its natural stone fireplace was repaired. I still admired the men who had constructed it, all stone from a nearby location. The kitchen sink and counter had been reglazed, as well as the bathtub and sink. New outlets placed throughout the dwelling. The paint must have been a couple of days fresh. We could still smell it. Jack took the chance to turn the taps. Water flowed effortlessly, so the toilet must work as well. "Comfort, my dear," he declared. I smiled. No other furniture had been staged. We would be sleeping on the floor once again. "We'll keep to the back," he advised. Jack readied our sleeping quarters. I roamed the cottage. I pictured it complete, furniture and lighting. How wonderful it would be to be the first to sleep in a comfortable queen-size bed, but in reality double. To have a luxurious bubble bath in the clawfoot tub. A cool summer night, relaxing in front of a small fire in the stone fireplace. Vintage blinds and curtains for privacy. It would certainly take my breath away. To own it, a privilege I would take pride in. Seeing there were patrols, we didn't take a chance using the fireplace to cook our food. The smell for sure would alert them to our presence. Lucky we had dry goods to quench the growling of our stomachs. "We'll come back during the day to check it all out," Jack informed me. I was good with that. I wanted to get photos. I was reluctant to fall asleep. I wanted to soak in every second I could of this cottage. We had been asleep possibly an hour when Jack shook me awake. "Someone's outside," he whispered in my ear. "Stay down." I worried about the flashlight. If they seen our packs, they'd come inside. But Jack had been smart. We were directly against the wall under the window. Though I was still scared we might get caught. The patrol car moved off once again. I believed they had found our car. Jack doubted it. More time passed. We fell back asleep. It didn't seem but 5 minutes when Jack woke me up in a panic. He had been to the bathroom and noticed flashlights coming up the road. "Maybe they left their car," he suggested. "We should pack up quietly," he added. Quiet as we could, we were ready to make a run for it. "I hear boots on the porch," I whispered. Jack agreed with a nod. "Last minute we'll bolt. That will take them by surprise." My new worry, they weren't security. Then what situation were we in? Moving too slow and silent for that, Jack assured me. I was taking no chance. My pack was on. The screen door opened. I grabbed Jack's arm, motioning to go. He didn't move. We should have left minutes ago. There were no footsteps. Had they only peeked inside? Was this just a game for them? Scaring people for a chance to leave on their own? I didn't know. I was tired of it. I'm ready to leave, I whispered, in frustration. Let's come back when it's legal to stay. If they didn't want us here, they should have locked the door. Well, thanks to Jack's thought, the door closed, and we heard the lock. You idiot! What are we going to do? I asked. The unmistakable sound of the lock hit the door. We're trapped. Couldn't have been in a better place, but this wasn't good. They know we're in here. Why don't we? I didn't finish. There were calculated footsteps making the way toward us. No one called out, and we weren't about to. We listened to them walk around the main room, then into the kitchen, next the first bedroom, then bathroom. Our room was next. It was then I realized there was no light. Whoever this was walked through the cottage in the dark. That wasn't a relief. A person's eyes had adjusted to the dark. Then I realized we could use our flashlights to blind him while we escaped through the window, forgetting there was a rear door in the kitchen. Our breaths were barely audible. We sat so still. There were no more footsteps. Was he waiting for us to move before he pounced? My nerves were on edge. I wanted this over. I was ready to pull open the door and confront whoever it was. Maybe we'd scare the hell out of him. In my mind, I heard myself count 1, 2, 3. I'd bust open the door and scream. Little did I realize that's what I did. Jack had no chance to grab me. It was empty. Every room was empty. I stomped through with authority. No one was there. There were no lights moving away along the road. Worst of all, the front door was open. Only the screen was closed. But we both heard it. Jack stood beside me, his mouth open. We need to leave. He had his pack on. Mine was still on my back. Quickly, we exited our favorite cottage, but not so favorite now. We walked backwards along the road. Look, there's a light, I said. It appeared to float down the steps, moving toward us. We turned and ran to the gate. Security was there. You act like you've seen a ghost. I think we have. We just came through the woods to the back of that cabin. Jack turned to point. The road behind us was empty. Security was polite. Even though he didn't believe us, he drove us to our car. In the daylight, we returned when visitors were plenty. A new guard was stationed at the gate. We related our tale. The guard shook his head. Couldn't be. Rob's wife had their baby last night. He was nowhere near here. The only patrol was early. How did the guy look? Jack described him. The guard's face dropped. That was Monty. He passed away 12 years ago. Old age took him. And that is the end of the cottage, what do I call it? Country cottage. I hope you liked it. As I think I may have already said, I just felt like I wanted to read one of the stories. I'm not officially back as yet. I'm not sure when I'll be putting out another video. I would still like to take some time. I have been thinking over things in regards to my channel. Of course, I wrote it down. I may as well go through that now. Although I'm very slow, I would like to do some book reviews. If I read a book and I think it's good, I'd like to let you know. I have decided, I know some people aren't going to like it, but I'm not going to do any more hauls on screen. I'm not going to have that many to do anyways. And I just feel that I don't want to do them anymore. And right now, I'm looking at not doing the diamond painting on screen. I may show you what in the beginning and what it looks like at the end, but right now, I'm thinking no. Like I said, that could change. My crafting, unless it is something that I can personally use or that I'm going to be making for something to use at work for Halloween or Christmas, I won't be doing anything other than that. I am going to attempt to do the Canadian hauntings, province by province and territory. Trying to say one a month. I'm not going to stick myself to that, but I would like to go back, revisit some of the places I've talked about in the past, do a bit more reading up on them, and then give you the facts. I did have witch misconceptions down. I'm not sure about that now. Baking, unless it's a new recipe, I'm not going to bother vlogging ones that I have in the past. I did buy a new book, Muffins. Mainly Muffins, I believe it's called. It's by the same Canadian author, the same Canadian company's coming. It has sweet and savory muffins in it. I will still show the clear outs. That'll be called Down the Chute. I don't think I have down here, don't feel a need to share everything. I don't think I share everything, really. This was written 2 weeks ago. I have done fun facts on Halloween and Christmas movies, but what I'd like to do is now go look through facts on some of my favorite movies and let you know about that. Also, we have what they call a civic holiday. We're not paid for it, and it is in celebration, I believe I've mentioned this before, of the founder of our city. So I have Toronto and I have Ottawa, so I may do something on them. I won't be doing the, as I had said, the Timu and Shein hauls. I might at some point share with you when I have them in place what I got, if I feel so too. My stories, yes, and there will always be some type of Halloween, that's for sure. Filming different things around Ottawa. I always say I'm going to and I don't, so I'm not going to make any promises about that. I will, or I do want to mention or let you know about the channels that I watch. There's about 42 that I normally watch when they upload. So I like to give you some of those. I don't know. I have something here. When I was watching Adam the Woo, he was talking about something, and I had written down my thoughts regards to myself. But that can be another time. But that's what I have. At this time, that's what I'm thinking. So, it's a long video. But thank you for dropping in. As I said, I'm not sure when I'm going to do another, but today, just with stuff in regards to frustrations caused by people at, not the client, a temp and a worker from the company that we work for. The frustrations through situations there. I just felt I wanted to do a video and be around my YouTube family because I feel comfortable with you guys. It's like I detach from all the crap, and I'm in a village of people that I think are positive, and nobody there is toxic. That's what I like, because there's enough toxic coming from that crap at work. So anyways, if any of the people, the clients from work, the employees there are watching this, miss you guys, as you already know. I'll be back on Monday, light duties for 3 weeks, and then I'll be back to slogging or whatever you want to say. But I do appreciate those of you who come to watch my videos, and I do appreciate the people where we work. We've been there 9 years now, and you've treated us amazingly, and we are so grateful of that. So people, from a cloudy, and we're expecting, I think we're still expecting storms tomorrow and Thursday. It was showing lightning this morning at 4 o'clock, and of course we know with that there's a chance that we may be on tornado watch. So I'm hoping not. Hoping it all passes, but we'll have to see. Anyways, from a cloudy Ottawa, ciao for now.